Yo, 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 everybody! It's another episode of Owls TV. And today, I wanted to just what am I trying to do here today? I'm trying to be real with you about running a business, right? Starting a business, and the mistakes happen, and I just wanted you to know that nobody's perfect here. And if somebody listens to this episode and they find that this was helpful for them and that they maybe are a little bit kinder to themselves, well, you know what, then I feel like I did a good job. So first things first, I just wanted to say that I rarely know what I'm doing, right? I'm learning this as every single day goes by. It's not like I ever went to CEO school, right? Like there's so much stuff that goes into running a business, and I just wanted to share with you that it's extremely hard to start a business, and no one really you don't really know until you start one. And I know that there's been a lot of things that have slowed products down. I know I've gotten excited before and people wanted to have products released sooner, and it just hasn't, because honestly, we've still been building out the team. I wanted to share with any young entrepreneurs, definitely get HR and sales. Sales is definitely the most important, followed by HR for just managing your team, because there's honestly so much that can come up, and no one's perfect, right? Nobody's perfect. We're all trying to do our best. And when it comes to running a business, when it comes to doing anything new, I want you to know that you can always find resources on YouTube. You can look up a lot. There's really no excuse anymore for people saying I don't know how to do something. We have the internet, everyone, and it can really support you in things that you don't know. And to be honest, you don't know something until you know that you don't know. So I wanted to share a couple of things that I've learned over time, and the main thing that I want to tell you here is it's important to be real. It's important to be honest. And I make these videos sometimes even at the fear of judgment. People think, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing over there. And you know what the answer is? Is yeah, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to grow. And there's new people in this business who are trying to do the same thing. And 99% of, or 9 out of 10, I should say, 90% of startups fail in the first 5 years. And then of those groups that actually get through the next 5 years, 90% of those will fail too. So, and if you even look at the NASDAQ, right, or you look at any stock charts or anything like that, predominantly the S&P 500, a lot of these are made up by 5 companies. Right, so that's less than 5% of the business make up the lion's share of what goes on. So it's an extremely difficult process. And if there are any of you who are thinking about getting into the hemp industry, you can absolutely do it. You absolutely can. There's a place for everybody. And it is extremely hard to start a business. But you know what's even harder? When you treat yourself like crap. When you judge yourself constantly. When you say that you're not good enough, right? When you set your ceiling too low for yourself and you think that you can't get any higher. Because all of these are just self-sabotaging ways of thinking. And so for me, I wanted to just share with you that what I'm trying to do is to really, first of all, is to make peace with yourself, right? It's to trust in yourself, trust in your judgment. And when I'm leading a team and I make a mistake, I own that mistake, even as embarrassing as it is, because, I always feel that I'm meant to be leading this. I shouldn't be making mistakes. But you know what? That's how we learn. And often it's people will live their lives and they don't want to make mistakes. They don't want to be judged, or they're afraid of being judged. And so rather than actually doing something, putting that step forward, the choice is to be stagnant. that stagnation can turn into, whether that is just like consume, whether that's just like you're on your phone all the time, whether you are on your Xbox or your PlayStation all the time, whether you're just you've used whatever substances you can to just hide from yourself. And I urge all of you that you have the power to do something. You have the power to start something new. And then nobody here is perfect. Nobody. Life can be a scary place, but I urge all of you, especially in this time of change, look at the past 2 years. Look at what changes you'd like to make. Look at where you got a breath of fresh air, where maybe you didn't have to go to work for a while. You got to spend some time with yourself. Maybe now you say you don't want to go back to work. You're not going to go back to those situations. You're not going to be paid like that. And I just want everybody to know that they can grow. You can grow, and it's okay to make mistakes. There's nobody here that's perfect, and I'll be the first one to tell you I'm at this point in my life because I've made more mistakes than a lot of other people. And I have really, it's only recently I'm trying to really unravel how to treat yourself well. And so I urge all of you to read some books, check out YouTube. There's a new way of being coming down the line, everyone. There's a new way of being. It's a higher frequency. And I've read a lot of different books. I mean, there was one I read, 48 Laws of Power. If any of you have ever read that, I mean, that's a book that basically tells you about all the different power structures, how to be around power, how to handle power. And, I listened to that book on audio, and it's just like, I think it definitely provides insights, but man, it's very hard on the heart, honestly. It's like, and this is what a lot of businesses are, right? It's like, let's manipulate people and let's use people for our better side, and it's horrible. It's really not nice, and it's like, especially when no one else knows that they're playing that game. And so I really genuinely believe that this is the old, right? There's a new frequency coming in, and it's over here, and it's not to do with all of this power, right? It's a different type of power, and it's more to do with how much kindness, how much love, how much compassion you can have. And again, what does that mean? It's like, this is sort of a fear-based power struggle. This is more of a love, caring base. And so I'm saying all of this because I feel so much fear going on. I feel so many there's people who over this past 2 years have grown a lot, and there's people who've gone back into their cage and they're afraid. And so I want to say this to each and every one of you, that, you have the power. Fall forward, right? It's fall forward. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes can happen. And when mistakes happen, keep your cool. Keep your cool. And so I know I hit a lot of topics there. I hope you found this useful. Let me know. Maybe I went off and rambled for a while. Maybe you think that I shouldn't be talking about this. Maybe you're thinking that I should just be doing something different, focusing on just educational cannabinoids or whatever it is. Let me know. Do you find these useful? Do you find that these are just ridiculous and I shouldn't be talking about them? So give us the feedback. Let us know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if it's something that you think could be useful. And of course, ring the bell so you get notified, everybody.